Slugterra takes place in a secret world hidden deep, deep beneath the earth.
It's a world that's filled with magic, wonder, amazing sort of different caverns, good and evil kind of characters and creatures. And the story sort of revolves around Eli Shane.
Eli comes from a long line of Shanes that have lived the life back and forth between the surface and Slugterra.
And one day, this little creature known as a slug shows up and says, Eli, it's your time. And Eli's adventure begins.
Ready, Burpee?
He's come down there because his father, Will Shane, a hero and slug slinger in the underground world, has disappeared.
Dear Eli, if you're reading this, it means I've fallen protecting Slugterra. It's one of the many risks of being a Shane. A risk you'll someday face yourself, if you decide to follow in my footsteps.
So the story starts with him and his journey to not just discover this wondrous, incredible kind of sci-fi comedy world, but to become the greatest slug slinger in it.
Unless you're Will Shane, you better keep on moving.
That would be my dad. I'm picking up where he left off.
He's got a lot to learn, but he's actually a real natural when it comes to slugs.
He's kind of cocky, he loves a good joke, but more than anything, he has this sort of connection with the slugs that no one else down there has.
Which one of you guys wants to come with me? I'm a Shane, you know, so after this competition is over, you've got to be up for a life of adventure.
What? You're asking the slugs? Nobody has the slugs.
Welcome to the team, little guy.
You're a natural.
But what he finds when he's down there is there's actually a very evil and nefarious force that is at work. Black Industries, led by the evil Dr. Black.
Who is that guy?
Dr. Thaddeus Black. Your dad never mentioned him?
People say he was the last one to see him alive.
He's an industrialist, he's a scientist. He's made himself very rich and powerful over the years, but what Dr. Black wants more than anything else in the world is to be the most feared slug slinger in all of Slugterra.
Did you honestly think you could just waltz into my home and actually beat me?
So Eli must go down and learn how to be a slug slinger, which is one of these battling heroes who has a bandolier of slugs, a mecha beast that he rides on, and a gang of other slug slingers that he's brought together and fight against evil.
The way I see it, you have two choices. Take a cheap shot on me, in which case my friends open fire, or you walk away. What's it gonna be?
One of the first people Eli meets when he reaches Slugterra is Pronto the Magnificent.
Pronto, at your service. Tracker, explorer, Molanoid of many talents.
Pronto is a proud, knowledgeable Molnoid tracker, an incredible slug slinger, and, you know, an intriguing rogue, at least in his own mind.
This man obviously requires a delicate touch, but do not fear. Pronto knows just what to say.
I love writing for Pronto. He's probably my favorite character to write for.
Pronto must fuel the flames of his soon-to-be even greater greatness with wieners.
Truth be told, he's a little nearsighted, and he might be good at slug slinging if his slugs actually liked him. The rogue part is probably true, because more than tracking, he's been kicked out of pretty much every cavern in Slugterra, which makes him a great comedic relief.
It's always the most fun to go to the guy with the jokes. And he's such a larger-than-life personality as well. I mean, he really does kind of steal the show more often than not.
Eli Shane is not signing any autographs. Pronto, however, has several poses available.
Eli's also joined by a massive cave troll named Cord, and he's the resident gear expert.
Think you can set us up with replacements for what got trashed?
Definitely. That ought to do it. Should replace all the stuff we lost, plus a few upgrades. You know, to help us get our point across.
Cord Zane is the big, massive muscle mechanic of the bunch.
As an engineer, Cord is very methodical. He likes to think things through, and that usually comes into play when they're running into battle. You know, Cord is usually the last one to take up the charge.
Do we go in and get him?
The final member of the Shane gang is Trixie.
You know, this road is filled with guys like that. You should be more careful.
Wait! Who are you?
She's a very good slug slinger. Not quite as good as Eli, but definitely can hold her own.
That's for your yapping. That's for your flapping. And that one wins me the duel.
She's a feisty girl. She has to be to kind of put up with Eli and Cord and particularly Pronto. But at the same time, she's got a really good heart. She loves those slugs as much as Eli does. And so the interests of the Shane gang are sort of aligned with her as a character.
What are you guys doing?
Practicing the fine art of psyching out your opponent.
How about less psyching and more slinging?
More than anything, what Trixie sort of provides for the whole gang is she's an expert on the slugs, which is a really important aspect of slug slinging. You need to know your slugs.
Frost crawlers. Remember, Eli, they can be fierce. Of course, they look a lot fiercer when they hit 100 miles per hour.
But she's also an aspiring filmmaker.
She is creating along the way this slugumentary that is documenting all the different types of slugs, as well as the sort of ongoing exploits of the Shane gang. So she wants to one day win a documentary at the Slug Dance Film Festival for her portrayal of the Shane gang's great exploits in Slugterra.
Stand aside. This takes great skill and a delicate touch.
And of course, the most important member of the Shane gang is Burpee.
Ready, Burpee?
Eli's best friend is this little infernus slug named Burpee, and just like Eli, he's got a bit of a rebellious side and loves adventure and getting into trouble.
That Infernus can't help you. Wanna bet? We gotta get out of here, Burpee. Show him what you've got.
It was important to us that the slugs themselves were just as important and just as developed as the regular human and Molonoid and troll characters in the show. And we spent a lot of time coming up with their personalities, what they liked, what they didn't like. And I think that really adds to the kind of richness of the universe that we made.
Whoever you end up with, they'll take good care of you.
The power that is available is the power of slugs.
So, what do you know about dueling?
What's to know? First you choose your slug, then you sling it. When it reaches 100 miles an hour, it transforms. Keep at it until your opponent gives up.
When a slug transforms, he turns into a power beast. So his inner sort of powers come out, and it literally transforms his very sort of essence. And powers are released. Some have fire, some have ice, some explode. Well, at least explode around them.
A slug duel is not like a Wild West shootout. You've got the magic of a wizard duel with the intellect of a chess game, with the frenetic back and forth of a sword fight, all wrapped together in one cruel battle.
So the different sort of slingers that are down there are constantly trying to collect slugs, train them, and teach them how to win in these good versus evil battles of slug slinging.
Bro, less talking, more remembering what I taught you.
And what was that again?
Don't talk when you should be blasting.
Slugs are very sensitive to the disposition of their owners, and that means that if you're a good person, your slugs will want to stay with you. If you're not a good person, your slugs are less likely to cooperate. And that's why it's really hard for bad guys to keep slugs around. And that's why, in many ways, Dr. Black invented ghouling.
I'll admit my first few attempts were unpredictable, but now, perfection.
That's not perfection. You made it into some kind of a ghoul.
Ghoul? I like that.
Dr. Black has taken regular slugs and he has turned them into these ferocious little creatures.
It changes them from what is essentially a good and protective, powerful energy into a destructive, evil, and diabolical energy.
Imagine all the power within a slug, twisted to serve only you. Unpredictable. But they make up for it in pure savage fury.
And the frightening thing about that is, as we'll go through the series, we'll start to understand what the implications of that are for Slugterra. and for the slugs themselves. Because the slugs are connected to this whole world. And to change the very essence of them could mean a change in the whole essence of the world.
I care when it hurts the slugs. I care when it's dangerous for you. There's a reason it takes a long time to train a slug. It's so you'll have the experience to handle it. This way, somebody's gonna get hurt. And bad.
The future of Slugterra is this world will grow with our hero as he explores more of it.
In the first few episodes, Eli's new to Slugterra. He's just getting his feet on the ground. He's learning the ropes. He's learning how to be a slug slinger. And in the episodes to come, we're going to find him getting better at what he does. He's going to have more slugs. He's going to have more adventures. He's going to really start to kind of take the role that his father once had as the Shane. People are going to look to him to help save the day.
You're a Shane, aren't you?
That's right. How'd you guess?
Because you're acting like one. I once saw Will Shane take down the entire McDougal gang with only a dust-puff slug and a slingshot. Never knew he had a kid.
There's so much depth in Slugterra. It's a world of 99 known caverns, which means there's a lot more to explore.
All right, we're the new Shane gang. Where do we start?
Somebody
Guess that answers that.
let's ride!